I hate theater. Well, it's so disappointing, isn't it? You know what I do when I'm sitting in a darkened theater, waiting for the show to begin? Oh, I pray. Dear God, please let it be a good show. And let it be short. Ah, Lord in heaven, 2 hours is fine. 3 hours is too much. And keep the actors out of the audience. I did not pay good money to have the fourth wall come crashing down around my ears. I just want a story and a few good songs. I just want to be entertained. I mean, isn't that the point? Amen. You know, there was a time when people sat in darkened theaters and they thought to themselves, well, what did George and Ira Gershwin got for us tonight? Or, can Cole Porter pull it off again? Now it's just, please, Elton John, must we continue this charade? It used to be sitting there in the dark. You knew that when the show began, you'd be transported to another world, a world full of color and music and glamour. And you thought to yourselves, my God, when are they going to bring up the lights? Ooh, how things have changed. Hello, how are we today? Good, yeah. I'm feeling a little blue myself. You know, a little anxious for no particular reason. A little sad, I should feel anxious at my age. You know, just a little self-conscious anxiety resulting from non-specific sadness. A state that I call blue. Now, whenever I'm feeling this way, blue, I like to listen to my music. So I was going through my records this morning and, yes, records. And I was going to put on the soundtrack recording of Meredith Wilson's The Music Man. Oh, I had a craving for a young Ronnie Howard. But then I thought to myself, no, let's have a treat. Let's disappear for a while to the decadent world of the 1920s, where the champagne flowed, and the caviar chilled, and all of the world was a party. For the wealthy, anyway. So I dug about, and what did I find? Well, one of my favorite shows, Gable and Stein's The Drowsy Chaperone. Remember? Music by Julie Gable? Lyrics by Sidney Stein? No? Oh. Well, it's a 2-record set remastered from the original recording made in 1928. It's the full show with the original cast, which included Beatrice Stockwell as the chaperone. Ooh, wasn't she elegant? And this is a full 15 years before she became Dame Beatrice Stockwell. Can you believe it? Here, let me read to you what it says on the back. It says, mix-ups, mayhem, and a gay wedding. Of course, the term gay wedding has a different meaning now than it did back then. Then it just meant fun. And that's what the show is. It's fun. So, would you indulge me? Would you let me play the record for you now?
Yeah.
Oh, I was hoping you'd say yes. You hear that static? I love that sound. To me, that's the sound of a time machine starting up. Let's visualize. It's November 1928. You've just arrived at the doors of the Morosco Theater in New York. It's very cold and remember when it used to be cold in November? Not anymore. November's the new August. It's global warming, we're all doomed. Anyway, it's very cold. There's a heavy gray sleep falling from the sky, but you don't care. Because you're going to see a Broadway show. Listen. Isn't this wonderful? It helps if you close your eyes. Overtures. Overtures are out of style now. I miss them. It's the show's way of welcoming you. Hello, welcome. The meal will be served shortly, but in the meantime, would you like an appetizer? And that's what an overture is. A musical appetizer. A poo-poo platter of tunes, if you will. What's this? Something new? Perhaps a dance team sounds kind of rollicking. Perhaps involving pirates? Oh, don't worry, there are no pirates.
Someone isn't here. Where is Johnny?
my favorite character, the Drowsy Chaperone. What more do you need for an evening's entertainment? I love that, and we all ding along. I don't even know what that means. Okay, I'll lead you through the record best I can, and don't worry, it won't be hard to follow. So, we begin with a welcome from the love-struck room.
Well, I'd just like to say thank you all for coming. I must be some lucky fellow. Who'd have thought that I, Robert Martin, would be marrying a glamorous showgirl, and that glamorous showgirl be willing to give up her career for me, Robert Martin. Now, if it weren't for Prohibition, I'd say let's raise a glass.
Hear, hear.
To Miss Janet Van de Graaff, the most beautiful girl in the whole world.
Absolutely not.
Excuse me.
The groom must have seized Brown on the day of the wedding. It's bad luck.
Now, I hope you heard that. It's basically the plot. Hang on for the ride.
Breakfast will be served in the reading room.
Say, it's a little early to be drinking, isn't it?
I don't understand the question.
Look, just keep down away from Robert. You understand? You're the chaperone. It's early Jack.
Aye, aye, mon capitaine. Oh, Robert, who is my little monkey?
I'm your little monkey.
So the bride and groom are whisked away, and we turn our attention to the B plot, which involves the producer.
Mr. Baltic!
Getting married and leaving show business?
Mr. Baltic!
Doesn't she know I got obligations?
Mr. Baltic! I can be a leading lady! You said it yourself! I'm useless in the chorus!
Kid, for the last time, you ain't got what it takes.
But I've been taking lessons! Singing, acting, ballet.
Ballet?
Yeah, I'm pretty good too! Last week I auditioned for Swanee Link!
Now, a little annotation. Kitty and Feldsig were a couple in real life, Jack and Sadie Adler. Now, this familiar comic construct, a stupid woman and her long-suffering companion. Well, at least, she appears stupid, but in the end she does something quite clever which makes everyone wonder, well, whether it was all just an act. And the irony here is, Sadie actually was quite stupid. Jack was always explaining all the jokes to her, apparently. But still, she had a wonderful career on stage. I mean, at that time, the stage was the only place stupid people could make a decent living. Oh, this was before television, of course.
Kitty, I don't have time for this.
Mr. Felting?
Not now.
Perhaps a nice buffet roll?
Boys, I'm not hungry.
Then perhaps to give you something else that you want.
What?
The confusion is to be expected. Although we stand here before you in the guise of innocent pastry chefs, we are also, and primarily, employees of a certain individual.
A certain individual?
A certain individual who happens to be the largest single investor in Felting's Follies. He has sent us here, as pastry chefs, to express his concerns about Miss Van de Graaff's impending nuptials. Specifically, that if she gets married and leaves the show, then there ain't no show!
Say, don't I know you?
No, you don't.
Have you ever spent any time in Toledo?
Have you ever spent any time in a coma?
No. But I have a cousin in Seattle.
Boys, you tell your boss this wedding is never going to happen. You have my word.
Oh, we'll take your word, all right. But to go back on that word will be a recipe for disaster. Now, I hope I make myself perfectly clear. One can only hope you just gotta be kidding me. A trifle much? Don't tap with me.
All right, you can drop the pastry chef routine.
Alas, we can ash. We're on the land. Land's an entree, you macaron.
Now, the gangsters were played by an interchangeable vaudeville duo, the Tall brothers, John and Peter Tall. They were originally born Abram and Mendel Velasquez, but were later renamed as Ellis Island by a sarcastic immigration official. They were your early example of the typical Broadway gangster, full of stylized and wordplay. not very intimidating. Unless you find dancers intimidating, which I do, but for reasons that wouldn't be appropriate for the situation.
Well, Mr. Felton, we'll leave the matter in your hands. In the meantime, feel free to browse the dessert carousel. Try the Toledo surprise. It's to die for.
Holy cow, Mr. Felton! They're gangsters!
Very perceptive. Now go powder your face. Oh, I've got to stop this wedding. But how? Oh, Lord in heaven, how? How?
I always thought that moment was a little overplayed. So, with the show well on its way, we head to the groom's room.
Hey there, handsome. Show me those pearly whites.
The groom was played by the dashing Percy Hyman. His fabulous smile adorned all the tubes of the Albright white toothpaste brand. Now, Albright was widely popular in the 1920s because it contained cocaine. It's true. If you look at the label, it was the 5th ingredient down right after sugar. But anyway, it wasn't long before he became a huge matinee idol.
Now, it's perfectly normal for a groom to be nervous on his wedding day. It is? Of course it is!
Now, I love Percy Hyman. You know, some people say he's a bad actor. To those people, I say, shut up.
Hey there, Mr. Mirrorman, waking and a-shaking, trembling like them Brady cats did. Something big be bothering you. Cold feet, brother, you've got cold feet. You can make them cold feet hot with a little rhythm. Young feet, old feet can be uncontrolled feet. You can make them cold feet drop down the aisle. Frosty arches, they can learn to swing. Icy toes can wedding marches played in ragtime swing and make frigid souls come alive and take that dive. Small feet, turn them into cold feet. Rhythm make them cold feet.
Hot! You don't say. Won't you slide back and murder your backstabbing word? Great. Fun, you minister. Say, what do you want to?
I'm singing a song, an old Negro talking. A Dixie remedy for wedding day jitters.
Ha! You think you got jitters? You got the easy part. I still get rice, boutonnieres, and a minister with the weight of the wedding on my shoulders.
George, it sounds like you've got cold feet.
What do I got?
Cold feet.
What do I get?
Cold feet.
What do I do? Cold feet?
No! Making cold feet hot.
5, 6, 7.
Was a wonderful performer. I like to think of him panting and sweating after a long dance routine. He's still alive, you know. I saw him on the news recently. He was celebrating his 100th birthday. To say the passing years hadn't taken a toll on him would be a grotesque understatement. Now they wheeled him out, and he had that wide-eyed expression of pain confusion on his face. You know, the one that God reserves for the very, very old on their birthdays? You know the one that's like, who are you? Who am I? Why is this cake on fire? You know the one I'm talking about? Anyway.
All right. That's enough of that. Dancing around like a fool.
I'm sorry, George. I'm just trying to calm my nerves. It is my wedding day.
Well, you could have snapped an ankle. Tap dancing is too dangerous. Why don't you go for a skate instead?
George, you think of everything.
Oh my God.
Wait. What was I thinking? Can't go out like that. You might see Janet. Here. One moment. See old girls. There you go, buddy.
George, you think of everything.
Just looking out for you, my boy. And remember, no more tap dancing. Wedding bells will ring, wedding bells will chime, wedding bells will celebrate.
Just ignore it. This happens occasionally. It rains. It'll stop. Just ignore it. What? What do you want? Hello. You've reached my answering machine. Leave a short message after the tone, and I'll call you back at my convenience. Oh, well, that's it. It's ruined. It's like a cell phone going off in theater. God, I hate that. Hello? No, hey, girl, I can talk. No, I'm not doing anything. I'm just ruining the moment. How about you? No, I couldn't go out tonight, so I thought I'd go to the theater and ruin the moment by proxy. Sorry. Let's just shake that off. Let's get back into our minds in 1928. They didn't have cell phones in 1928. Still, I'm sure they had something to ruin the moment. Bugles or something.
Happy wedding time.
We find the glamorous Janet Vandergraff entertaining questions from reporters as she rises by the floor.
To marry a man you hardly know?
Yes. Robert and I met on the leader deck of the Ile de France. He amused me with stories of his father's oil interest. We spooned, briefly. Then, he proposed.
So, Miss Vandergraff, you won't be returning to the stage?
I shan't.
You shan't?
I shan't.
Can we quote you on that?
Of course. One more question. Yes.
Why in the world would anyone put olives in a Gibson?
I got a question for you. How can you give up the full edge when you know very well you got grease paint in your veins?
Victor, please.
Janet, I'm begging you. Dump the mug and stay with the Follies. I'll give you anything you want. Fine. I'll put your name above mine on the marquee.
Oh, Victor, if you think this is about vanity, you couldn't be more wrong. I don't want to show off no more. I don't want to sing tunes no more. I don't want to ride moons no more. I don't want to show off. I don't want to wear this no more. Lay sausage, Swiss this no more. Below my signature, no more. I don't want to show off.
Janet, please!
Don't try to control me. I've made up my mind, and that's it. I quit. I'm leaving it all behind. I don't wanna be cute no more. Make a gentleman hoot for more. I don't wanna wear fruit no more. I don't wanna show off. You don't wanna show off no more. No more. I don't wanna show off. She don't wanna show off. I don't wanna show off. She don't wanna show off no more.
Did I miss something?
Well, Mr. Feldzig, it's painfully obvious Miss Vandergraff has no desire to continue a life in slavery.
Can't you see it's killing us so?
Don't worry, boys. This isn't over yet.
Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't do an encore. I don't want an encore, no. Sorry for the war. If the audience or no more. I don't want a show.
That was Jane Roberts as the bride. She was the Oops Girl, remember? Surely you remember the Oops Girl. Don't you people read? And she was billed as the girl whose sexual energy was so great that it caused all the men around her to have accidents. You know, spill their drinks, drive their cars into trees, etc. And she would just sit there and go, well, I'm not doing it any justice, but people ate it up. She had a whole series of shows. There was Oops the Oops Girl, Oops Girl Come Home, and Oops Girl at Sea, which won an Oscar for its special effects.
Okay, so begging and groveling didn't work. On to plan B. And for that, I'm going to need an accomplice. Someone gullible with loose morals. Need a, what do you call him? A European. La 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 la.
In walks Aldolfo, self-proclaimed ladies' man. Now, Aldolfo was played by former Simon Film star and world-class alcoholic Roman Bartelli. Remember? He was the one who later drank himself to death in his chateau in Nice. Yes, it was 5 days before they found the body. By that time, it was partially consumed by his poodles. Oh, it was only partially consumed?
Excuse me, I don't believe we've met.
Yes, I am Adolfo.
You are Adolfo?
Yes, I am Adolfo.
The Adolfo.
Yes, I am Adolfo.
Funny. You don't look like a scoundrel.
Yes. What?
Why, just now. Over the groom saying Adolfo is a scoundrel. I just heard him say it.
Adolfo? A scoundrel?
Those very words.
Adolfo is a scoundrel.
It's like I'm hearing it again.
He's saying this to people, to beautiful ladies with breasts for making love. Why, I must.
You must take matters into your own hands.
Yes. I must take this groom into my hands and kill him.
Yes! No. Don't kill him. Just hurt him enough so he can't get married.
Show me this groom. Wait.
What?
What kind of man is this groom? A big man?
Well,
A burly fellow?
well, he's big on the outside.
No. Adolfo will not fight big men. Only small, pale, wheezy little dwarf people that Adolfo can punch far away. But no big men.
So you're a lover, not a fighter.
Yes, Adolfo is a lover of beautiful ladies. Some say I'm the king of romance.
Well, you know what they say. The best way to get revenge back at a man is through his...
Door.
No. The best way to get back at a man is through his...
Window.
No. Revenge. Back at a man. Through his...
There is no other way. I'm not Santa Claus coming down chimney.
Through his woman.
Ah, his woman.
Yes, Adolfo. You must seduce his woman.
His woman.
His bride.
Yes. Adolfo will make love to the bride. And that for sure the Adolfo is no scoundrel. Show me to this bra. Wait. What? What kind of a woman is this bra? A big woman? No. A girly woman? No. She's the cat's pajamas. Pajamas. She's a looker, an attractive woman. Yes. Show me to the cat and pajamas. Adolfo will make her purr. Stop! Like a rat in pajamas.
One more telling to me the scenery. Now, you couldn't get away with a performance like that nowadays, now could you? Mature, contemporary audiences are too much sophisticated to enjoy broad racial stereotypes on stage. So we banished them to Disneyland, but the children sorted out.
Yes, madam.
The pastry chefs have been kind enough to provide the liquor for the party. But remember, underling, we have to be discreet.
Yes, madam.
It's prohibition after all.
I'm aware of that, madam.
For instance, we'll have to use code words. So if someone asks for a glass of ice water, it means they want a glass of vodka. Have you got that?
Yes, madam.
Are you sure? Maybe you should write it down.
I understand, madam. A glass of ice water is a glass of vodka.
Well, you see, that's settled then. One less thing to do. Underling, might I please have a glass of ice water? I found our meeting with the pastry chefs rather tiring. I would enjoy a refreshing glass of ice water.
Your ice water, madam.
That's the vodka, you pope!
I hate the scene.
Well, now I don't need a glass of ice water.
A glass of ice water?
Yes, ice water. Are you going deaf?
I wish that I were.
You can see where this is going, can't you? It's really just a series of spit takes.
Your ice water, madam.
You pope!
You know, in some ways, the Drowsy Chaperone was quite progressive. For example, a Spanish-American in a musical.
Your ice water, madam.
Yes, some elements were quite progressive. Others were stale in 1928. You know what? I'm just going to skip ahead.
Your ice water, madam.
Where do you think you're going?
To find myself some lime juice.
Lime juice? For heaven's sakes, why?
I'm going to wring out my eyebrows and make myself a gimlet.
You know, you're probably wondering what that scene was doing in the show. Well, it's simple. There's a song coming up and they need to allow time for the set change. It's mechanics. Kind of like pornography. Let me explain what I meant by that. In pornography, the story is simplistic. How do I pay for this pizza? Being the classic example. My point is that, as in a musical, the story only exists to make the longer, more engaging production numbers. What? Well, what kind of society do we live in where we can't discuss the similarities between pornography and musical theater?
In just a few hours, I'm going to be Mrs. Robert Martin. Oh, my head is spinning.
Yes! Life is a mad world.
I'm so full of apprehension, but I
I guess that's normal considering the circumstances. Have you ever been married, Chaperone?
No. I drink for pleasure, not out of necessity. Your ice water, madame.
Have you ever been married, Underling?
Heavens, no, madam. If I'm going to serve a woman, I prefer to be paid for my efforts.
Oh, you two. I know it seems crazy to give up a successful career to marry a man I hardly know, but for some reason, when I look into his eyes, his big monkey eyes, gee, I just get all woozy inside, and, well, that's love, isn't it?
Not necessarily. The wooziness can be caused by any number of things. I'm woozy right now, and I'm certainly not involved.
Now, Beatrice Stockwell was famous for her rousing anthems. She entertained and inspired all the troops in every major world conflict, up to and including the Falklands War. Of course, by that time she was in her late 80s, and her anthems didn't so much as rouse as they did stupefy. But still, she demanded that an anthem be included in every show she ever did, even if it wasn't appropriate. But you just couldn't say no to her, and that's star power.
Really, you're not being the least bit helpful. Couldn't you at least allay my fears with a few choice words of inspiration?
Inspiration! Dear, that really isn't my forte.
Well, yes, but if you could just,